Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. We are about to move on to the next part of our tank role quest. And here we are with the princess and her knight. Granson has had his fill of Mort Sook. To be honest, I don't blame him. Hey there, sinner. I broke the bad news to the widow of that scavenger while you were away. She took it about as well as you'd expect. After she cried herself hoarse, I started asking her about the choker and where her husband got it. Seems he and his mates took a trip to Il Mheg a year or so back, hoping to cart off all of Voeburtite treasures they could carry from untouched ruin they learned about. Of course, in their greed, they neglected to account for the Fey folk, who killed or drove mad most of them. Those who survived didn't come away empty-handed, though. In fact, they stumbled upon a remarkable find: 3 sacred treasures of the royal family. They escaped with 2, the Fangs of Orthus being one of them, which was sold by another scavenger to a Umorian, either that merchant you met at the beehive, or an agent of his, I wager. So the merchant gives it over to Melinda for restoration, after which Dikaiosyne attacks rights, presumably because he's after it as well. Meanwhile, the scavengers here in Mort Sook keep the choker, the Eyes of Orthus, locked away for safekeeping, and when he finally decides to sell it, the sinless bastard shows up again. Which brings us to here and now. Damned if I know why, but at this point there's no denying that Dikaiosyne's been hunting the royal relics. And so, assuming he hasn't already claimed the third one, the Claws of Orthus, then I say we should get our hands on it first and use it to lure him out of hiding. But to that end, we'll have to venture into the fairy kingdom ourselves. Those scavengers didn't receive the warmest welcome, and we're not like to be treated any better. Oh, that's not true. I was away with the Fae for a time. Why does that not surprise me? Well, if you and the Fae have an understanding, perhaps we can traverse their lands without worry. That settles it then. We'll head to Il Mheg and ask after this Voeburtite ring. Awesome! Though I'm still not entirely sure why Dikaiosyne or Brandon is hunting down these relics. I mean, I have a feeling that it's going to be heartbreaking. It wouldn't surprise me if they go that route. I mean, it's gonna have to be heartbreaking at this point. An emotional upheaval is just the thing we need now to make us feel even worse about killing him off. What a remarkably uneventful trip. I kept jumping at shadows, waiting for eaters or foul demons or worse to attack. Though that might be preferable to the Fae, frankly. Still, we're going to have to deal with them eventually if we're going to find this ring. After all, the New Mole were part of Voeburtite society, and without their help, I'm not sure where to even begin our search. Perhaps there's a village of some sort you can guide us to? Well, there's Plani, eh? Very well. Lead on, sinner. Why do you say lead on and then you walk off in front of us like that? I'm not gonna be walking there. It's too far. We're just gonna teleport. Here we are. Hopefully they'll be able to give us some answers. Though I have a feeling that they should. Something about your demeanor bespeaks a question unasked. Have I the right of it? Yeah, I was hoping you could help us. A ring that belonged to the royal family of Voeburtite. It was called the Claws of Orthus. But Voeburtite is long gone, as are its caretakers of the ring you seek. Who can say where they might have got to? Okay, that's no help. Don't see anyone. Oh, there he is. Lala Ol. Oh, hello there. Have you questions for me? Yeah, I was hoping you could help us. Claws of Orthus. It is a ring, you say? The name I have heard before, but I know nothing save that. Oh, Su'ul served the royal family before the flood. Somewhat temperamental they are, but surely they have knowledge of this treasure you seek. Great, so who do we ask now? Do. There he is. Oh no, wait, that's Granson. Never mind. Have you yourself a conversation or three? Learn anything interesting? Yeah, I think so. So the Su'ul is the one we ought to speak with, eh? Former servant of the royal family, which would mean they lived well over a century. Bugger me. Yeah, how long do these guys live? I mean, I guess they said that there's a type of fae? I'm not sure, though. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it turns out they are more fae than beastman, or is it the same thing? I'm not sure. Whatever. Whatever. But I have a feeling that this next guy here probably knew Brandon personally, and we were going to get some information from him. We found our new mule. Of late, you've proven yourself to be a skilled conversationalist, so why don't you explain the situation? I don't know if he's mocking us about that or not. I do not know you, yet you seem to know me. Well, that didn't waste time. The fifth was discovered yesterday. A young girl, not yet of age, transformed into a misshapen beast, like the others before her. As if we needed more proof of a pattern. At this rate, any citizen could be next. Tell me you've at least learned something from this one. I studied her remains myself. 'Twas plain a powerful magic had been employed. Vestiges of the enchantment lingered long after. The culprit, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. That is all I can say for now, but you may rest assured that I will ascertain their identity ere long. On my honor as court mage, I swear it. Until I do, however, I would implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn or show signs. Without hesitation. But these are our kith and kin. Shall we not try to keep them alive until a way to reverse their transformation can be found? Your mercy would place countless others at risk. As a knight of Voeburtite, did you not vow to serve all her people? Justice for the weakest among us, was it not? How many such innocents will die before you do what must needs be done? It pains me deeply, Brandon, but the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that to take anything less than the most drastic measures would be to invite death into this castle. Death is already here. Surely you must see that. I will not let it be whispered that Princess Saldia turned a blind eye to her people's suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weigh upon every Voeburtite soul, mine most of all, and that is why I will take charge of the investigation myself. My lady, be reasonable. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subjects. So I am to gamble with their lives instead? Let them shield me while I alone take shelter and look down on them from on high? Yes, exactly. You are their princess. You are Brandon, yes? The new recruit? A rather promising one from what the captain has told me. You will attend me personally. My lady? You heard me. I will not stand idly by while I have the power to make a difference. Together we will see justice done for all, as your vow and your princess demand. Lady Saldia, I understand. Forgive me my hesitation. My life and my sword are yours to command. I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right. There is no telling when our culprit will strike again, so we must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come, come. Now, Lady Saldia! Lady Saldia! Ever the stubborn child. I wish you the best of luck, Brandon. You will need it, and more. Hey, are you alright? The way you were holding your head, as if racked by a terrible pain. What happened to you just now? I saw your past, that's what. Lady Saldia, you saw her with your mind's eye? Then it is as I suspected. You have the gift too. You are like Brandon. What do you mean she's like Brandon? Why have you come to me? What is it that you seek? We're looking for these royal relics to hunt down Brandon. I see, and for this hunt of yours, you have come to Il Mheg in search of the Claws of Orthus. I'm afraid it is no simple matter. First, I would note that you are capable of facing the eater you seek. I can do that. There's a spot in a river not far from here in which I used to bathe, until a number of beasts grew equally fond of it. If you are the warrior you claim to be, they should pose no challenge whatsoever. Alright, I can do that. As for you, I have questions. Okay. So leave us to do the dirty work, then. You will have no difficulty finding my favorite bathing spot. Why, once you lay eyes upon it, I should be surprised if you two were not tempted to take a dip. See to the beach clear. Su'ul and I'll have a few things to discuss. Alright. So... just at the head of the river. Okay, so I'm just gonna teleport right outside there. So, I think I can see where this is going. Brandon was loyal to their princess. And judging from the way that they were looking at each other, I think it might have been a little bit more than between a knight and a princess, if you know what I mean. I think that there is definitely some kind of romantic feelings there. Not just me. Anyway, even though he's a Saint Eater, he's going around collecting these royal artifacts in honor of his... because he's still loyal to their princess. Oh! What the hell are those things? Where'd they come from? I mean, I was expecting eaters, not dark mutants. I mean, they do look a little bit like eaters, only dark. How'd that happen? Oh well, I mean, they're not strong, so it wasn't too hard to have to worry about. Okay, so that's taken care of, and as of yet, I am not the least bit interested in taking a bath here right now. So I guess he's gonna be surprised when we get back. That was really interesting so far. I really do like that's where the story is going, at least for now. So I hope they keep up the momentum. Do 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 do. Almost there. Okay, yeah, that's the same thing he said before. See to the beasts. The beasts are no more then. Good, good. I hadn't the heart to do it myself, for they were no ordinary beasts, but old friends who had survived the flood, victims of the curse you heard us speak of in your vision. So this curse transforms people into monsters, like how sin eaters can spawn more of their own kind? I'll speak no more of this or other matters until you have completed the task I have set before you. Oh, okay. This is not negotiable, Granson. Claire accepted my terms, and so must you. Huh. So secretive, the both of you. Can't we all just speak plain? Your comrade refuses to acknowledge his situation. This may take time, but I am patient. Indeed, I have dealt with many a stubborn child in my life. Alright, so that's going to be it for now, it looks like. Oh, you've returned. They made me go and gather a bunch of strange mushrooms, so hopefully we can finally get some answers. Alright, so the next quest is called The Hardened Hearts. And that should be it for now. Okay, so things are starting to get good. I can't wait to see where the story goes to next. So, until next time, my friends.